This is Robert Coles at Quality Recovery Agency, LLC, back with another exciting video update from our surplus deal for $26,000 that we got signed on last week. So here's the update. So we made contact with the surplus claimant. It was a deceased claim. The family member that was on the deed of trust at the time that the home was sold, it was a deceased member. So we contacted them. We made contact with the family member that, in fact, the one we spoke with, she was the one who had the power of attorney, and she was the right individual that we were fortunate enough to speak with first. So after a 15-minute phone call, we were able to schedule an appointment for 12 o'clock on last week on Friday. So we met with them on Friday last week. We got the surplus deal signed. Well, we got two signatures. So we got two signatures, and there's two additional signatures that we're waiting for the two other heirs to sign the contracts. I left those contracts with her on Friday. So I'm expecting a follow-up at some time before 5 o'clock today with an update as far as, because the other two, her other two siblings, they both live out of state, and that's what's holding this whole process up. So at this point, we are excited to say that they've got monies that's probably within, it was an hour and 30-minute drive from where I'm at here in my office. And I was excited to go down and meet with her to get to know that. Once I got there and I started talking with her, she in fact knows everything about the surplus that's sitting, waiting to be claimed. Her whole thing was that they didn't know the process in order to go by claiming those funds. And that's where I think that if you're in the business and you can have a simple conversation about what you bring to the table when you don't have any cost, you have no attorney's costs, no attorney's fees, and we work on strictly contingency. So she doesn't pay us anything, of course, until we actually get the surplus funds from the courts where they're being held at. And she was happy to hear that, because she was like, well, how much is it going to cost us to move forward? And I told her, and that's when I broke out the contract and I showed her its contingency clause in our contract. You don't pay us anything if we don't recover any fund. And there's no money out of pocket today to go ahead and get started moving right now. And once I showed her the agreement, and that was in the contingency clause in the agreement, she was absolutely happy to sign the contract so we could actually get started claiming those funds. This is an outstanding opportunity. It's not a large claim, but it's a smaller claim. It's only $26,000, but it's $26,000 that the four individual claimants didn't have before we met with them. They knew about it, but they didn't know how to go about claiming these surplus funds. So at this point, we're very excited that this is the third deal of the $339,000 that we talked about in the four deals, that I'm doing individual videos to break it down, to give more detailed information about the different types, what's going into each one of these deals. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Once again, this is Robert Coles at Quality Recovery Agency, LLC. We're on the web, www.qnra.net. You can reach us by email, info@qnra.net, or direct. You can reach me at 336-447-7638. And I'm going to leave everybody with this. If you're in the surplus business and you're struggling, I would say reach out to me if you have one or two questions. Maybe I can guide you in the right direction, give you some tips and pointers to move you in a better direction. If you looked at the surplus business 6 months to a year ago and you didn't make any money, you didn't close any deals, I will say now is the time to relook and rethink this entire process. Give yourself some time I would say partner with a company that knows the business, so they can help you within, I'd say, 30 to 60 days get your first deal. You need to start making money in the surplus business if you don't have exposable income. So I'm going to leave everybody with this. In the words of Jimmy Valvano, he would say, just like he said at North Carolina State when he was the head basketball coach there 20 years ago, he said, don't give up, don't give up, don't ever give up. And that's my message to everybody who is listening to this video. You know, this surplus funds recovery market. This surplus recovery market is absolutely a phenomenal way to make an honest living and make a lot of income, helping people to get monies back that they may or may not know that they're entitled to as an heir or as a direct claimant. Once again, this is Robert Coles at Quality Recovery Agency, LLC. Make it a blessed